Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's been a few hours since Summerslam. It was full of a lot of stuff. There was a 2-hour pre-show. 2 hours pre-show. They never explained why about that. They just said it's just going to be a 2-hour pre-show. That was that. I think it was a 3 to 4 hour pay-per-view. I wasn't really sure because I wasn't keeping track of time. So I'm going to get to the pre-show matches. I didn't know many of them, so I couldn't predict on those. But the first match of the pre-show was the Vaudevillains, The Ascension, Breezango, whatever you say that name, I really don't care, versus the Hype Bros, the Usos, American Alpha. So that was a really good match. It was the first match of the night. It was really good. I didn't find out until I started watching the pre-show. Literally started watching the pre-show. So the winners were, I was very happy that the winners were the Hype Bros, Usos, and American Alpha. That was a good match. It went back and forth a lot. It was a really good match. The next one was the Dudley Boys versus Sami Zayn and Neville. This was another good match. It was really good to see them together. I kind of like them together. They're really cool. And the Dudley Boys were off. They were so far off. They were hitting each other in the ring. They went to hit one of Sami Zayn or Neville, but instead they hit each other. They were totally off. And the winners were Sami Zayn and Neville, which I'm really happy about. So, the one match that I did do a prediction on was Sheamus versus Cesaro for the best out of 7 series. So this was the first match of the series, and Sheamus won. Wasn't counting on that. So now we're going to get into the main pay-per-view matches. The first match, I have a surprise, kind of, was Enzo and Big Cass versus Jericho and Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, Jericho and Kevin Owens won the match. I'm not really happy about that. Not really, because the way I was thinking is that Enzo and Cass have a stronger bond than Jericho and Kevin Owens do. I still believe that. I still stand behind my team. I'm not going to care what people think. I stand behind a team that lost. I don't care. It's my team. I love them to death. I'm not going to change my opinions. These are my opinions, and I don't care what the haters say. So, the next was Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship. I'm never going to get tired of saying that. I'm so happy that it's the Women's Championship again. And the thing that I remember, the Attitude Era, where it was the Women's Championship, it was small. It was like so much smaller than the Guys' Championship. That was the part that pissed me off. I'm like, really? The guys had this big old title, and these women had these little titles. I hated that. It's still in the NXT, the women's title is still really small, which I hate that too. It's like, if you're going to give the guys this big old championship, you should give the women just as big a championship as the guys do. That's just my little saying about it. I hated that. This went back and forth also. Charlotte attacked Sasha's back in the early goings of the match, which is why she couldn't do most of her special moves at all. So she couldn't really do the bank statement because of her back. She tried really hard to keep that title, but she couldn't because of the pain and wrestling with going through that pain. So I'm not going to fault her for Charlotte winning this match. It's just what happened in the match. This stuff happens. But the good thing is Sasha has her rematch clause. So she can get a rematch for her title back, which I'm hoping will at least wait a few weeks until her back is 100%, because she can't do her go-to moves without her back being 100%. So you don't want to rush that when your back's that bad. Trust me, I know. I got back issues still. So next was The Miz and his wife. I'm not saying her name. She just, no. Versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. The winner was The Miz. Darn it. I hate saying that he won again. Oh my god. It was because his little wife got involved and created a distraction. I seriously think if she wasn't there to create the distraction, that we would have a new Intercontinental Championship right now. That's what I think. The next one is not for a title. It was John Cena versus AJ Styles. This was a good match. It's like if you did not have respect for AJ Styles before this match, you're gonna have respect for him after it. He was really, really good. The club didn't come out like I thought they would. They stayed in the back, which I'm very happy about that. You finally got like an honest match between both of them. AJ won. But AJ really pulled out everything to win this match. It was kind of like watching a younger John Cena because he didn't give up either, which, you know how wrestlers got frustrated when they couldn't beat John Cena so many times. So it was kind of a good change to see John Cena have that same frustration with AJ Styles. So I think that the torch is being passed from John Cena to AJ Styles. That's what I think is going on right now. Next was the New Day versus the Club. So we know that Big E was out because of an injury that the Club created. They didn't have to create it, but they did, which angered me a lot. So since they didn't have Big E, they had somebody else come out with them. And his name was Jon Stewart. Yes. He came out. Not as big as Big E, but he came out to support them. By the end of the match, Jon Stewart got involved. Like last year. Oh my god, it's like the Summerslam thing to do is to get involved in a match when you're not supposed to be in the match. He got involved, and the Club were going to come jump him until somebody named Big E came out. Yes, he came out, and he attacked the Club, which gave a DQ, which the New Day kept their titles anyway, because that's how it works. But I was really surprised, but hopeful, knowing that Jon Stewart's not very athletic and he can't really hold his own against those two. So I was hoping at least somebody would come out and help. And it was Big E, and I was really, really happy. Next was Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE World title. This was a back and forth match also. They went back and forth for a while. But the winner was Dean Ambrose. So he keeps his title, yet again, proving to the world that he deserves to be the champ, which I always believed he should have been. But they always put him with all these little things. So the next was the Divas match. This was supposed to be a match between Naomi, Carmella, Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Lucius Blix, and Eva Marie. When I made my prediction video, I was not aware that Eva got suspended for breaking the wellness, the thing they have in WWE. So she was suspended. So I'm like, okay, who's going to be their tag team partner? I was like, maybe it'd be Nikki, maybe it'd be this. I had no idea. I was just like guessing at the time. But it was Naomi, Carmella, Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Alexis Bliss, and Nikki Bella. So Nikki's back. I'm really happy to see her back. I really liked her, even though she's being a bad girl right now. That match was really exciting. It went back and forth. Basically, I think the matches are getting better as the days go on in the WWE now, so they kind of like know that they have to go back and forth a lot. So that match was awesome. But the winners were Natalya, Alicia Bliss, and Nikki Bella. They did play Eva Marie's music, even though she was suspended. I'm like, there's no way she can be here. She was suspended. And they said it was because of the rabid fans putting stress on her, so she had to take a vacation. Just say she was suspended. Don't make up this big lie. Seriously. It's like, people are mean all the time. You'll get over it. I do, trust me. So next was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, aka the Demon King, for the Universal Championship. This was a good match. There was like really scary moments when it came to the Demon King. I'm like, oh my god. It's kind of freaky for me. So I've never seen him wrestle as the Demon King before. So when he did all that, and then they were so close so many times to both of them winning. But I'm very happy to say that Finn Balor is your new Universal Champion. I'm really happy to say that. Oh my god. So next was Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Well, that match never got underway. No. The match started when Roman was trying to get in the ring, but Rusev attacked him. I think Rusev attacked him because he knew he couldn't beat him. He didn't beat him last week on Raw, so he didn't think he could beat him last night. And I think I was right. So they were going back and forth throughout the whole arena almost. Rusev would attack him, and then Roman got really angry, like you would when somebody's trying to beat your ass. And he got him back. And then they split him up. Roman was walking away back to the backstage area. And then we see Rusev get up and start walking to the backstage area. And then you see Roman run out and give him a spear. Then walk away. I like that. That will teach you twice the mess with Roman. If Rusev's ribs were bruised before this, then one of them are at least broken. I'm kind of happy about that. It's like, why would you attack somebody before a match if you didn't think you could beat them? That's my take on it. Then the last match was a really brutal match. I'm not lying. You'll probably see videos on YouTube or on the WWE.com about how bad this match was. It was Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. We knew that it was going to be bad. I had no idea it was going to be this bad. I'm not even kidding right now. Brock won because he gave him, I think it was 7 suplexes. Randy gave Brock 2 RKOs. He was going to punt him, but he got up before he could do that. And then Brock took off his gloves. I don't know if they protect him for something. I don't know. They took off his gloves and he started punching Randy Orton right across the forehead. And when they finally got Brock off of him to check him, there was blood everywhere. There was like 2 big puddles in the ring full of blood. I'm not even kidding. He couldn't wrestle no more. That's how bad it was. But Brock didn't stop there. He went back to being Randy Orton. Even though he is down, he is out. He can't wrestle no more. And he wins because he just can't fight anymore. So, but then Shane McMahon runs out to try to check on Randy, which is what got your general manager and boss is supposed to do. It's supposed to check on you, make sure you're okay. Brock wasn't happy with that. So what Brock did is he F5'd him. I'm betting my money right now that come Monday Night Raw, there are going to be some things done to Brock Lesnar because he attacked Stephanie's brother. I don't care how mad she is at him. I don't think she'll let anybody hurt him like Brock did. I mean, Shane could have a bruised rib. He could have a broken rib or a hip at this point because Brock is that freaking strong. But I think come Monday night, Brock's in trouble for sure. Because even Paul was freaking out when he gave F5 to Shane McMahon. He was freaking out. So I know there's going to be something happening to Brock come Monday night. So that is going to be it for today's results. And I will not see you next month. I'll see you twice next month. Because next month there's going to be a Raw pay-per-view and there's going to be a SmackDown pay-per-view. So on September 11th and September 25th, those are the two pay-per-views that I'm going to be talking about for next month. So not one, but two. I don't know what's going on right now. The WWE, I have no freaking clue. But that's going to be for today's video. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for my plant update. And I have some really cool updates for you guys. See you tomorrow.